these Softail oil coolers getting dirty. Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So in this video I'm talking about Harley Davidson Softails, especially most of them with these kind of economical front mudguards, front fenders, and the oil cooler gets absolutely caked in mud and crud and everything anytime you go out in the rain. So what's the solution? Well, one, don't ride in the rain, obviously. So if you're anything like me in the UK, that'll probably be about 1 or 2 days riding a year. You know what I mean? The other option is to get a fender extender. Yeah, to actually extend the fender here a little bit so that all the crud is actually kept within the mudguard area, and then it just drips down instead of being flung back into the oil cooler. All fine and dandy, I hear you say. Unfortunately, nobody makes fender extenders for Softails from 2018 onwards. Now, I've been looking around for lots and lots of different manufacturers. Say, nobody's making them. There are some that are almost the same, but not quite. I've been in touch with quite a few of them, and it's in the process. Perhaps, watch this space, there might be a fender extender coming out for 2020 for a lot of the Softail models, if my magic works, right? Okay, what do we do in the meantime? Well, I'm going to show you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is give it a good old wash, the fender and the oil cooler. Now, why do that, you ask? It's only going to get dirty again, Alf. I know. But I have to have a before and after to show you. You know what I mean? Right. Okay, cleanish. Next thing to do, wipe it dry. Okay, so what you want to do now is put a layer of vinyl wrap on top of this. All will be revealed in a moment. Okay, so once it's dry, then I'm going to put some vinyl wrap on that. And the reason is we're going to put something on top of it, and I'll tell you what that is in a minute. Okay, so we're going to peel this off, pop it on. Now, this is only a temporary solution, as I say, so if you're thinking, well, that doesn't look very good, as I say, this is only a temporary solution just until a proper fender extender is made. Okay, so I've put it on there. It's really rough, I know, lots of creases on there, but this isn't for looks. This is more functionality, especially if you're riding through the winter. Okay, you can make it as smooth as you like, but I'm just doing this. I just pop it on there. Right, so the next thing, I've covered the mudguard to protect the paint because I'm going to put something on top of it. And it's this. Basically, I got this from a bicycle shop, and this is something that will clip beneath the saddle of like a mountain bike, and it'll stop the mud from flinging up. Actually, I thought, it's quite flexible, so maybe you may want to double up on this to make it a little bit thicker. You can bend it over to make it a bit more rigid, and if you pop it on there, like so, it will come down here, and it will give you lots of clearance down there. It may just work. So the next thing to do is to get this on there. So then we get another bit of vinyl wrap, square it off, tidy it up a little bit. Okay, so then what we're going to do is pop this on there like that. I'm just going to trim it down just a little bit at the top here. The vinyl will go on top of it. So what you need to do is pop it on this cover first. Make it overlap the end as well, because you want a good seal on the end as well. Peel it down. Okay, so then you can see it. Pop that over the top there like that. Now, because this is vinyl wrap, it's not going to hurt the paintwork at all. You've got the other layer of vinyl wrap beneath it, so that's going to work as well. Now, in England, we will call this a Bodget and Scarpa Limited. Basically, it's not that great looking. It may work or it may not work. Let's go give it a go. Now, as you can see, there, that's what it's like. You've just taped this onto the mudguard there. I would suggest putting a lot more taper on there all the way around, see how it works. You see you've got quite good clearance at the bottom there. If I just bring this around there, you see there's clearance there as well. That may clear it out there. It might be an idea to get 2 or 3 of these and flare one out here, flare one out there, so this is wider here. But we'll see how it is. Now I must state, of course, this is just a temporary fix. The best solution is going to be a proper Fender extender, but this is kind of a homemade solution I've been thinking about for a while, and maybe it just might work a little bit. It might be just one of those things that you can fashion up on the side of the road, and it might just help out, especially with the oil cooler getting caked in mud, especially, which would affect the oil cooling as well. Now, because it's also angled on the side, that adds a little bit of rigidity. So if you were thinking, oh no, that's going to be too flimsy when you're riding at 60, 70 miles an hour, actually that's going to be quite solid there. If you're there, because it's angled on the side, that adds a bit of structural strength. So all of a sudden now, it's quite good. What I'm going to do is going to get a bit more vinyl, wrap it around a little bit more for a bit of permanent use. But then I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go test it and see if this oil cooler bottom is getting significantly dirty. If it's not, job done. And I'll publish the video. If it is, then obviously I haven't published a video and you haven't seen this at all. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's go and test it out.
Right then, actually on the road now. It's wet, and look, I don't think this is going to stop you getting your legs wet. As we know on the Sport Glide and riding in the rain, your legs do get wet. I think if you widen up the lip on what I've made there, make it a little bit wider, it might help a lot. But as a single one, just the width of the tyre, I don't think it's going to do much, in all fairness. Now, will there be as much going onto the oil cooler? I honestly don't think there will be. It's still going to get wet, but it's the water's not the issue, it's the debris. Will it stop debris or prevent most of the debris from getting up there? That's what I'm really after. That's what this temporary solution is all about. Now, I often find this kind of debris off the road, yeah, it occurs in the winter, but in the autumn, that's where you get lots of debris from the fallen leaves of the trees, and that's what gets flung up as well. Once that's all finished, then usually the roads might be wet, but at least they're relatively clear, unless you go on country lanes where there's lots of mud on the road. Right, so I know this lane can get quite a bit muddy. Right, let's see, let me just see if I can get some on there. Let's see how that fares. I'm trying to ride in the rubbish part here. There we go, right. Riding up through here. Bit more debris. Fling it up. Come over to the side here. Yeah, a bit more there. Look, as you can see, I'm really trying to have a good test for you here. Right. Pull over here. Let's just see how good or how bad this really is.
Right, let's have a look at this then. Okay, it's still caked in crud, but actually, do you know what? It's only the underside that's caked, and the lower part there, the actual oil cooler is pretty clear. This actually works. This a Bodget and Scarpa roadside fix actually works. It's still on there. If it was a lot lower, came down to here, that would help protect that a little bit. If it had a wider flange here, that will protect your legs a little bit. That works, I think. Now, this plastic bit here, which I bought from the bicycle shop, and it cost me £2.99, would you believe? Add a bit of electrical tape or insulation tape, vinyl wrap, another £5. So for less than a tenner, you can help protect your oil cooler from crud, especially in winter riding conditions. Then obviously in the dry, summer conditions, just take it off and you know, you'll be fine. But certainly for the lower part of the oil cooler, it's mostly clear. Mostly clear. Watch my other video for this shield, this mesh shield that I put in as well. But look, it's all clear. It's only the underside there, which is not the oil cooler there. The oil cooler's from here on upwards. It works, it works. Well, anyway, look, is it the ultimate solution? No. I think a Fender extender would be better, but it's got to be a long Fender extender to stop any of this. You can get different custom fenders for it. You can get wraparound fenders that will go all the way around here and all the way down there as well. You know, that would help prevent that a lot, but that's a custom job, so you're going to have to get those. And they're not that expensive in all fairness, but you're going to have to change the bracketry for those as well, because they tend to come with two holes that are here, and obviously on the Sport Glide and some of the other Softails they've got different attachment points, so that's something you have to be aware of. But until they make a proper Fender extender that comes all the way down, this is our best option really. So anyway, I hope this helps. It's food for thought. It's not a great looking job, I grant it. It's not the most prettiest of fixes, I appreciate that, but it will work. It will work, and it will keep the majority of the crud off your oil cooler once you're riding along, especially in the winter and the autumn, in the wet. That's what we're primarily concerned about, and the mud and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, hope this helps. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below. Let me know what you think about this. For less than a tenner, it might just help you out. Anyway, catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Cheers now.
RevelatorAlf.